welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning in for another video. And today we're going to be working on a 2019 Dodge Challenger SXT. And this car happens to belong to my friend. So he asked me for a favor if I could go ahead and install these lowering springs. And this is the car that I'm going to be working on. So far from what that I know of, he has the cold air intake. I think he had a drop-in air filter, but he recently upgraded to this. I think he also has the tail lights tinted. So let's look at that. That's a pretty clean look. They're a little bit dusty, but you know that tinted tail lights look pretty good. You know, I might consider doing that to my car because I really like the way that came out. The other thing he's done to this car, it looks like he removed the resonators for the back, so it has a nice exhaust tone. Sounds pretty good actually, and this is a pretty clean job. I've been tempted to do this to my car, but I think it's gonna be too obnoxiously loud if I do it to mine. All right guys, so I finally put this kit on my toolbox, and this is the kit that we're going to be installing. It is an Eibach Sportline kit, 4.9528. I'm not really sure what's the drop on it, but he did mention that it was going to be like 1.5 inches, but I'm not 100% sure guys. But let's go ahead and open up this box, make sure that everything's inside of it. And we do have the spring compression kit right over here ready to be used, so let's go ahead and open this up. All right, that's good right there. Oh, it slides right up. Whoa, that looks nice. Some pretty beefy springs here. That was good. All right, so we have some real nice stickers with this. I'm really curious to see how this car is going to look with a 1.5 inch drop. I'm pretty sure that's what the dimensions are for these springs, a 1.5 inch drop. But I'm really curious to see how it looks. Let's go ahead and install these. Very nice springs. All right, we got the car supported. We have the hydraulic jack over here. We have the jack stands ready. Everything's nice and safe. So now what we're gonna have to do is take off this ball joint for the upper control arms. I think it's this hose we're gonna remove out of the way over here. A lot of several little bolts we're gonna have to remove to be able to take this and strut off. But we got this one over here. Let's take a point to it. Gotta take off that bolt and that hose we got right there. Take off this ball joint and the 3 nuts that are on top for the shocks. So once we get all that stuff off, this strut should come out. I should be able to switch out these springs. So let's go ahead and start taking everything apart. Let's get the strut out of here and start switching out these springs. All right, we got one spring installed into the strut. Now we're actually gonna go and put this back in, so start bolting everything back up. But as it is already, that looks pretty damn good. All right guys, pretty much got these coil springs installed on the struts. Everything's good to go. I didn't really struggle so much. On the first one, it did take me a little bit longer, but on the second one, I got the hang of it. It came out pretty good. The only issue that took a while was just this one. It's because when you're turning on this nut, it kind of spins on you. So you gotta put a little wrench on here and put a 13/16 open box end wrench, and it does turn and it does come off. But you just got to make sure you put like a little, I think it was a 13mm wrench on there. But besides that, everything was pretty straightforward. Just got to get my ball joint separator. Everything came out good. So let's go ahead and jack this car up and put the tires back on. Let's work on the back. It appears that the back is going to be a lot easier than the front. You pretty much just got to take off the bolt on the back, on the lower control arm, and these springs should come out fairly easy. So let's get to it. We got a lot of work to do. So this one was pretty tricky because this exhaust pipe right here was hitting the bolt. So it was a real pain in the ass to get that bolt out because it was hitting this. But surprisingly, now I'm done on this side. So I started working on the passenger side, and man, that's a huge difference. This side was so easy to take off because there's a lot of space between that muffler and where that bolt was at. You guys can see right here, came right out. There's a lot of space, so that made a huge difference in the time. So we got that out. Now we got the old spring out. Here's the new one that's gonna go in. I gotta flip it over, and we're gonna install this right now. Just make sure that the spring's sitting inside the rubber. I'm not sure what you call it, but the top of the spring where it sits into that rubber, just make sure it sits inside the groove, and you should be good. So let's install this one, and that's gonna be it for this. All right guys, so pretty much everything is done. I just installed the final spring and everything's looking nice. Like I said, this was the easiest one. because that bolt in the back just slipped right out, so that wasn't that bad. Saved me a lot of time by doing that. But everything's on now. All we got to do now is actually just put the wheels back on and see how it looks. So if you guys are going to think about doing this job yourself, just know ahead of time it's going to take some time. It's a real slow process, but you got to do everything right, make sure everything's put on correctly. It's going to look really good, guys. But let's go ahead and put this wheel back on and see how it looks. All right, guys, we're finally done with this installation. What do you guys think? I'd say it's pretty damn close to like 1.5 inches, 2 inches clearance from the fender. So it dropped quite a bit. It did drop like 1 inch. Looks pretty good. You can't even see the springs. You can see the springs in the back though. So this is a pretty nice kit. You know, it dropped quite significantly. It looks pretty good. Of course, we get a little courtesy wash after we worked on it. Looks really nice now, nice and clean. And that'll be it for the install, guys. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys till next time.